I think the future of email is to have very high deliverability
Mm,
and open rates. And there are tools that you can invest in that we specialize with that will make sure that your email gets delivered. That's number one. You've got
okay.
to get in the inbox.
Mm,
Number two is you've got to understand who your ideal customer is. So you shouldn't be sending emails to people that don't care because it's more likely you're going to get tagged with spam.
mm,
Um, you have to use personalization so that you're reaching out to someone who, like I said, is in your ideal customer profile, but you're also drawing insights from what you're learning about what's happening in their industry and developments in their role.
mm.
Um, there's ways to grab intent data based on web searches that your prospects have potentially
Interesting.
used
Yeah.
and picked up through cookies, which is a great way to find customers. And you've got to be on multiple channels.
Mm,
You've got to pick up the phone. Don't be afraid to call people. You're probably not going to get a ton of detail on the phone, but if you have a good pitch, you'll be able to book time and respect their day by saying, let's book a time in the next week. We can
mm.
talk about this further. So cold email, not happening anymore.
Right. And I mean, obviously, like things change so fast, right? Like at some point, email was like the big thing, and then like what do you see given the latest developments in like AI and automation? Like where do you see the future going for sales and customer relationships when there's so much AI and automation out there? Like,
Well, similarly to the idea of having a junior sales rep teeing up the founder to have a more advanced sales conversation,
yeah,
the direction where I believe the future AI is taking is that this is all going to be done with bots and
okay,
the agentic workforce. So you're going to have a salesperson that exists in wherever, and they're going to be trained based on your voice to be able to have those early stage conversations with your prospects to
mm,
warm them up, respond to emails, answer inquiries. You're going to have, I mean, we're already seeing bots pop up on websites like, how can I help you is very common. But we're not seeing the advanced conversations yet where you, as a prospect, either don't believe that you're speaking to a real person
mm-hmm,
or the advancement of the buying cycle. At some point, you might not even care that you're talking to a robot. Like at
yeah,
the end of the day, you just want the information. And if a robot's going to be able to provide it to you instantaneously, and maybe you're doing some research in the middle of the night because you can't sleep, and you don't want to wait until an account executive opens up that email the next day. You want your team, which will include agentic, autonomous salespeople and customer service people in the future, to be able to answer those questions for you. Salesforce just announced in their latest earnings release that they
oh yeah,
signed 5,000 agent force deals. 3,000 of those are being paid for. The
mm,
others will likely convert to pay. The model is that they charge per conversation.
oh
And
wow,
as a implementation partner for Salesforce, we're doing our first Agentforce implementation right now for a customer service customer,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
they manage a customer service team. They were getting 15,000 cases a year
oh my
coming
god,
through their online
yeah.
channels, and we're hoping to automate most of that.
Yeah, that's wild. And I mean, I was gonna say like there's all these like changes that are gonna happen in the future, but like you're doing this stuff now, right? And I guess like what do you feel that most small business owners could kind of like automate immediately, right? Like what's available right now that they could do that's gonna save them time and potentially, increase their sales, right?
Yeah, the first step is just identifying what you don't like doing and what takes up
That's
a
fair.
lot of your time. Like,
Yeah.
what's the worst part of your job, right? Like,
Yeah.
let's figure out a way so that you don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where you have the highest ROI on those use cases, because
Mm.
if you're burning calories in the middle of the day, like things on invoicing, like QuickBooks or Sage or Zero, those integrations are so powerful.
Mm.
When you can connect that to a CRM so that your entire life cycle of your client journey exists in one space, not one software, but like one linear path that includes multiple softwares.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got your web to lead form on your website. It might be hosted by Gravity Forms or FormStack. Have an integration so that dumps directly into your CRM so that all of your leads and interested people, everybody that's digitally raising their hand trying to talk to you, all of that information is organized in a very efficient way where a junior sales rep or a founder can go in and see who their top prospects are and who they should reach out to book meetings for. You can even automate that,
Right.
complicate it to automate a booking link. But from there, you create your opportunities inside the CRM using a price book of what products you have. You can link it to your inventory. You can link it to your services. Once the client has agreed to what you want to do, have an invoice fire from your accounting system so that it goes directly to them, collects the payment, and notifies you. So that's like an end-to-end life cycle of how you're interacting with customers, new prospects. But if you're not in the business of repeat revenue, you basically have to create an invoice every time you sell anything. We do a lot of integrations with Shopify as well. So if they're
Right.
buying things on your storefront, that will trigger future events, be it follow-up emails, surveys, requests for reviews on your website, like all of these things.
Oh yeah.
Think big, right? Think about the things, like I said before, that you don't like doing, but also think about what would you like to spend more time doing, but you don't have the time. And like, let's have a conversation. Like, it's probably not that hard. I know it's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, like, it's probably worth having a quick conversation to see if it can be eliminated from your daily tasks.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many like softwares that can do, some of these automations, right? You just have to filter through them, see which one works for you and all of that. Like how do you even analyze which CRM or CRM software would actually be best for a business, right? Because there's so many different options. Like how do you do
Yeah,
that?
I mean, in this day and age, when I have a question, I ask ChatGPT. But you can also reach out to your friends, your
Yeah.
peer network. If you want some interesting engagement, like post the question on LinkedIn, see what pops up. I would
Right.
say that you have to think about where your business is going. You have to think about what your use cases are. You have to think about how many people are going to be using the tool, and what are your long-term plans for the business? Are you going to sell the company? If you think you might sell it down the line, then it's really worthwhile to invest in a tool that's going to be capturing the data, because that data you can monetize. You can show that to an investor. Maybe it's a
Mm,
private equity or a
right.
private sale, and they're going to want to know all this information. If you've got it all at your fingertips and it's on a platform that is easily integrated with their other business units,